Namaste and welcome. In this quick explainer, we are going to dive straight into a really key piece of Hindi grammar, how we talk about the future.
Today, we're going to focus on the future tense for plural subjects, like we and they, and also for the formal you, which is आप. So, let's get right into it.
So you might be wondering, how does this all work? Well, the rule is actually surprisingly simple, and it really all comes down to a single, easy-to-remember pattern.
It all boils down to this super simple formula. You just take the root of a verb, like ja for go, and you stick a special suffix or ending on it. That's it. That's literally all you do to turn it into the future tense. And check this out. These are the only two endings you're going to need to remember. The choice is super simple, and it all comes down to gender. For any group that's masculine or even a mixed group, you'll use ange. And for a group that's all feminine, you'll use angie.
Okay, theory is great, but let's see how this actually works in practice, right? We're going to look at the pronouns आप, which is the formal you, ye and ve for they, and of course, hum for we.
Okay, so let's say you're talking to a group of men. You take that verb root, ja, and you add our masculine plural suffix. So ja plus enge becomes jaenge, आप जाएंगे. You will go. Simple as that.
Now watch what happens when we switch to a group of women. The rule works exactly the same way. You take ja, you add the feminine suffix ingi, and you get jaengi, आप jaengi. You can just hear that little difference right at the end.
And here's a really crucial rule you've got to remember. If a group has even one guy in it, the whole thing defaults to the masculine form. So for a mixed group, we go right back to using that enge ending, आप जाएंगे.
And here's the best part. This logic is totally consistent. When you're talking about they using ve, the exact same gender rule applies. So for the verb to work, which is kam kar, it becomes karenge for guys or a mixed group and karengi for a group of women. And guess what? It's perfectly consistent for the pronoun we or hum, too. If we are a bunch of guys or a mixed group, we'll say hum rahenge, we will live. But if we are a group of women, we'll say hum rahenge. You see how that consistency makes the rule so much easier to remember?
All right, enough of me talking. It's time to put this into practice. The best way to really make this stick is for you to say it out loud. So I'll say a sentence, and you just repeat it right after me. Ready?
Okay, you ready? Let's start with a mixed group. Listen carefully, then you say it. Hum jaenge. Awesome, that's we will go. All right, your turn again. I want you to say this next one. Think about who the subject is here. Aap kam karengi. Perfect. You just said you will work to a group of women.
Okay, pop quiz time. Let's see if you've got this. The verb root is re, which means to live. So how would you say they will live if you're talking about a group of men? Go on, take a second.
So did you get it? The answer is we rahenge. See, that's the root re plus our good old masculine plural suffix enge. Fantastic work.
Okay, let's do just one more to really cement this in your brain. The verb is kam kar, to work. How would you say we will work if we is a group of women?
And the answer is, drumroll please, hum काम करेंगी. That's the verb काम kar plus that feminine suffix engi. See? You're totally getting the hang of this.
All right, let's do a super quick recap of the main points from this little lesson. Honestly, it all just boils down to one simple idea.
So when you're using the pronouns up, hum, and ye/v, it's this simple. The future tense ending is always enge for masculine and mixed groups. And it's always engi for feminine groups. That's it. That's the entire rule right there.
So really, the one thing I want you to take away from this is this. When you're talking about the future with these subjects, the verb ending has to agree with the group's gender. Once you master that, you've pretty much unlocked a huge piece of speaking future tense Hindi correctly. I really hope this quick explainer helped you out. If you want to see more lessons just like this, make sure you hit that subscribe button. I also post daily tips and little bits of content over on my Instagram if you want to keep that learning going. And hey, if you're ready to really get serious and want some personalized one-on-one lessons, just shoot me a message or an email. All my info is right down there in the description below. Thanks so much for diving into this with me. I'll catch you in the next one.